Here's your latest African news. Sudan. The African Union has suspended Sudan over a military coup. The African Union has said it suspended Sudan from all its activities after the country's military overthrew the civilian-led transitional government in a coup. The African Union Political Affairs, Peace and Security on Wednesday tweeted the news of the suspension, an expected move typically taken in the wake of military coups. In a communique, the Pan-African body said the suspension will be in place until the effective restoration of the transitional authority steering the country towards election. It came as the World Bank also on Wednesday suspended aid to Sudan following the military takeover. Meanwhile, state oil company workers and doctors said they will join a growing campaign of civil disobedience called by a coalition of unions against the power grab. Libya. UN-US sanction Libyan officials over human trafficking. The United Nations Security Council and the United States have imposed sanctions on a Libyan official over the alleged abuse and torture of migrants in a detention center. The Security Council and the US said in a separate statement late Tuesday that Osama al-Kuni is the de facto head of a detention center in the North African nation. Migrants there are said to have been subjected to torture, sexual and gender-based violence, and human trafficking. The detention center is located in the western town of Zawiya, home of two of the country's most wanted human traffickers, Abdel Rahman Milad and militia leader Mohamed Kachlaf. Both Milad and Kachlaf were sanctioned by the Security Council in 2018 over allegations of human trafficking and abuse of migrants. In its statement Tuesday, the UN Sanctions Committee said Al-Kuni, and I quote, has acted for or on behalf of or at the direction, end quote, of Milad and Kachlaf. Kenya. Kenya to convert oil plants to LNG in a climate-friendly grid push. Kenya plans to retire or convert heavy fuel oil-fired power plants to use liquefied natural gas by 2030 as the nation pursues a cleaner energy path to 100% climate-friendly grid. State-owned Kenya Electricity Generating Co. or KenGen is conducting a feasibility study on reconfiguring the thermal plant powers that currently accounts for about 7% of the grid load. The move is part of the East African nation's target to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050. The plan seeks to consolidate Kenya's position as a leader in clean energy, with 90% of its grid already renewable, and it is in line with President Uhuru Kenyatta's push for investment in a sector that's based on expensive technology. Africa has suffered the brunt of climate change despite producing less than 5% of the world's greenhouse gases. East Africa. Verdict on EAC admission of DRC set for November. The Democratic Republic of Congo's bid to join the East African Community has passed the technical committee stage, with the Regional Council of Ministers expected to deliver the final verdict this November. The EAC technical experts have been reviewing a report of their mission tasked with verifying the readiness of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The report touches on the social, economic, and political compliance of the country with the treaty establishing the EAC. Under the EAC treaty, criteria for admission of new countries include acceptance of the community as set out in the treaty, adherence to universally acceptable principles of good governance, democracy, and the rule of law, and observing human rights and social justice. The ministers appointed a verification mission to review DRC's current status in international law and establish its level of conformity with the criteria of admission as provided in the EAC treaty. Trade with Kinshasa is dominated by China, South Africa, Zambia, Belgium, and India, with China taking 31%, an equivalent of $2 billion of the Congo's total imports in 2019. Nigeria. The Paris Museum exhibits Benin's treasure for the last time. In a move with potential ramifications for other European museums, France is displaying 26 looted colonial-era artifacts for one last time before returning them to Benin. The works are exhibited at the museum in Paris one last time after almost 130 years abroad. The pieces were taken from Benin during the colonization wars over a century ago. A royal throne, 3 wooden anthropomorphic statues, 4 doors from the Abomi Palace, amongst other pieces that make up this unique collection, also known as the Abomi Treasures. 2 curators from Benin have been in France for over a week to organize the return of the treasures. The collection also includes pieces that were never exhibited before. Since 2019, apart from Benin, another 6 countries have submitted requests to have works of art returned to their respective home countries. The list of countries includes Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Ethiopia, Chad, Mali, and Madagascar. Thanks for watching. Visit our YouTube channel Tunacheki to watch our daily news reports and our website tunacheki.tv for all the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to catch our new show Startup Africa every Thursday on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a Patreon. And remember, Africa is watching.